Hello everyone, you're welcome back again. We are given that square root of x plus square root of x is equal to x. Then what is the value of x that satisfies this equation? To solve for the value of x that satisfies this equation, the first thing we need to do, if you look at the left hand side of this equation, we have square root of x plus square root of x. What do you notice? We are adding the same thing twice. So this is the same as what? 2 of square root of x, because they are the same, which is equal to x. So the next step we are going to do is to divide both sides by 2 in order to delete these 2. So we divide the left hand side by 2, also the right hand side by 2. So that this 2 is going to cancel out this 2. Then we are left with what? Square root of x, which is equal to x over 2. Then the next thing we are going to do is to remove this square root by square both sides of the equation. So we square the left hand side, also we square the right hand side. So that this square is going to cancel out the square root. We are left with only x in the left hand side, which is equal to, remember, when you have fractions raised to the power of 2, it implies that this power here is affecting both the numerator and the denominator. So x squared now is going to give us what? X to power 2 all over 2 squared is the same as 2 multiplied by 2, which is going to give us 4. Now the next thing we are going to do is to cross multiply. For easy cross multiplication, we can make the left hand side to be also in a fractional form. So we can divide x by 1 so that it will be in fraction, because anything divided by 1 is the same as that x. Now let's cross multiply. 1 multiplied by x squared is going to give us x squared, which is equal to x multiplied by 4 is going to give us 4x. Now the next thing we're going to do is to take this 4x back to the left hand side. Then we have x squared. And remember, whenever a positive number crosses an equality sign, it becomes negative. So we have negative 4x, which is equal to 0, because there's nothing in the right hand side. Now what do you notice? We have quadratic equation. X squared minus 4x equal to 0. We call this quadratic equation because the highest power of the variable here is 2. Now we are expecting to get 2 possible solutions that will satisfy this quadratic equation. Now what do we do? Remember, we have many methods of solving quadratic equation, but in this case we are going to use factorization method. Here we have x. So x is common in the left hand side, so we factor out x, then we open bracket. X to power 2 divided by x, it will remain only x. Then minus 4x divided by x is going to remain only 4, which is equal to 0. And remember, this x here is multiply this bracket. And when 2 terms multiply itself to be 0, it's either the first one, x equal to 0, or the second one, x minus 4 equal to 0. So here is the first value of x. Now to get the second value of x, it's going to be what? X subscript 2, which is going to be equal to, when we take this negative 4 back to the right hand side, become positive 4. So therefore 0 or 4, there are 2 values of x that will satisfy this equation. For you to make sure that the answer is correct, when we plug in 0 here, square root of 0 plus square root of 0, when you take the square root of 0, is the same as 0. So 0 plus 0 is going to give us, when you substitute 0 here, everything will be 0. So that means this first value satisfies the equation. Now let's use the second value. When you plug in 4 here, square root of 4 plus square root of 4 equal to 4. So in place of x, we just replace 4. Square root of 4 is the perfect square. It's going to give us 2. Then 2 plus square root of 4 here is going to give us what? 2. So which is equal to 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. Then 4 is the same as 4. So therefore, these 2 values of x satisfy the equation. Thank you for watching, and please follow us for more videos like this. Thanks.